All right, so it looks like the war between Ye and Adidas continues, and it looks like this week Adidas isn't playing fair, and they're bringing out some heavy hitters. Will Ye respond? So of course, last week Adidas, after some long delays, finally announced the latest phase of Adidas Yeezy releases, kicking things off with the Yeezy 350 V2 Steel Gray, of course, to which Ye went to social media essentially boycotting the release, letting fans know that he's not being paid for these releases, and on top of that, reminding everybody that he's being currently sued by Adidas. So of course, the 350 V2 Steel Gray release, they didn't sell out instantly. Matter of fact, they are still sitting currently with a full size run currently via the confirmed app. So it would appear that Ye won the first battle of the war, but of course, as we all know, the Yeezy 350 V2 isn't as let's just say popular as they once were. If it's not like an OG release, say like how we got for the last phase of Yeezy drops, like the Zebra, or even a pair like the Red Stripe, they're most likely not going to sell out, as we saw some of the newer 350 V2 colorways that released for the last phase of Yeezy drops actually sat, and Adidas eventually sent them to their retail partners. Thus, why you can right now walk into your local Finish Line or JD Sports and you'll see 350 V2s just sitting right on the shelves. So as far as this week's release, this is how you know it's a war, and Adidas ain't playing. They're coming with some heavy hitters. So we got a pair of slides as well as foam runners releasing. As you guys know how history serves when it comes to sneaker releases, these particular pairs never sit and sell out instantly every time. So as far as the slides go, you have the dark Onyx pair, which I believe never officially released over here in the States. Of course, for people that follow this channel, we know Adidas had a little secret Yeezy sale in China. This was part of that release, but over here in the US, these never officially dropped. So you have the dark Onyx slide releasing, and then for the foam runners, we have the Onyx pair dropping in full family sizing. This is a restock of an original release from 2022. So do you find it funny that Adidas has a full size run of these in full family sizing still available? It's kind of crazy, but as far as these releases, it's gonna be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even say that because I'm already guessing how things are gonna play out as far as these releases. I feel like even without the Ye cosign, these joints are gonna sell out anyways. And you kind of got to look at Yeezy that it's almost like bigger than Ye itself. Believe it or not, as far as Yeezy sneakers, you have a whole sector of people that really just rock with Yeezys and could care less about anything that Ye's got going on. Then again, you do have the diehard fans, which I believe will probably still protest this release, although I'm sure they probably will have a tough time, you know, passing up on some of these. But then again, you do have the whole sneaker audience, which really could care less about what Ye's got going on, and they're just gonna eat these joints up regardless. So when you take a look at Yeezys as a whole, it's almost like Yeezys are bigger than Ye, which is a quote I mentioned, you know, months back. You kind of got to compare it to, like, let's say Jordan releases, where a lot of these kids nowadays rocking J's, you know, really could care less and really had no idea who Michael Jordan was growing up. So it's kind of like that, where you got people that really don't care anything about Ye but just love the sneakers. And I know it's hard to believe, but that's just the reality of what it is. Now, for my personal connection, you know, to everything as far as Jordans go, as a kid, I grew up in the 90s, so I was a diehard Jordan fan, and there was a certain energy behind the releases. You know, these were the sneakers that he was rocking on court. He was winning championships in, you know, stepping on people's necks, walking over people, just, you know, doing Michael Jordan type of stuff. So there was a particular energy behind the releases. And once he retired, you know, like the Jordans after, what was it, like the 17s and up, there wasn't really that excitement. There wasn't really that energy behind those releases. So that's kind of how I compare these new Yeezy releases. There's really no energy. There's not the excitement behind them. But then again, you know, there's still so many people that really could care less about what Ye's got going on, and they're just looking to grab the shoes because they rock with them. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at this whole situation. At the end of the day, it's really up to you to decide what you want to do. I can't tell you guys to buy these or not to buy these because it's your money and you're going to spend it however you want it. But just for me personally, because I'm aware, you know, because I have the knowledge and information about what's going on behind the scenes with this situation, I'll personally, choose to basically pass on these releases. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm holier than thou. I'm not gonna act like I'm like morally conscious about what's going on, really, because at the end of the day, if we're just being 100% honest, as I gotta be, some of these styles are just kind of older to me. And while I already got my Onyx slides, I got a couple pairs of them joints, I already got my foam runners, I could easily pass on these releases. So I'm not gonna act like I'm holier than thou and like I got this huge moral high ground, because I do rock with Ye, most definitely. I'm a huge fan, love vultures. You guys already know that, but I'm gonna be boycotting these releases. I already got most of these joints, so for me, it's easy to pass on these releases. But as I've said in the past, if they come with something crazy like a super grail release, let's just throw out like the Yeezy 1050, it's gonna be tough to pass on those. I'm not even gonna lie. But then again, without the Ye cosign, without that energy behind the releases, is it really that exciting? And just for my final thoughts, I just want to end things on this note. We'll see how Ye responds to this. Of course, last week, as soon as Adidas announced the 350s, he was quick to jump on Instagram to boycott the release. So let's see if he responds to this. I mean, we got some heavy hitters dropping pairs that, a lot of people won't be able to resist buying. So it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. But of course, I have a very good idea that a lot of people will be actually copping these and maybe just turn a blind eye to the whole situation or whatever. So I feel like, rather than Ye jumping on social media basically just to boycott the release, I would like to see him respond by, let's say, why don't he drop his own slides? Remember those slides that we teased, that white pair? Why don't he go ahead and drop them joints right now for 20 bucks on Yeezy.com? Bring some direct competition to Adidas. And at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like as fans, we're really winning, because we got mainline Yeezy dropping with the pods, which are available right now via Yeezy.com. And then you have these Adidas Yeezy releases dropping simultaneously at the same time. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Are you guys rocking with Ye? Are you rocking with Adidas? Are you boycotting the release? Or are you just turning a blind eye? Or do you really not care about the politics and just want to enjoy the sneakers? Let me know what y'all think down below. If you enjoyed today's video, help out the channel by dropping a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I'll keep you guys updated as this whole Adidas Yeezy war plays out. So salute, guys. I'm JA. Make sure y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out. Love.
Let me explain really clear to you guys what's happening with Adidas. It's not only are they putting out fake colorways that are non-approved, they're suing me for $250 million, and they're also not paying me for these shoes that they're putting out that have my name on it. And they're using contract clauses and 50 years of business experience to rape an artist, one of y'all favorite artists, right in front of y'all in broad daylight.